Good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome back to Palm Springs, California. Yet another perfect day in the Coachella Valley, a Sunday afternoon filled with big-time football games, but we are here at the Baseball Diamond, nowhere else we'd rather be. I'm Brian Yanselson, joined by Danny Maha, ready to see the Washington Blue Sox face off against the Palm Springs Power. Undefeated against winless, something has to give. And so we will see what we have in action today. Should be another good one, Danny.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's going to be a quick game like we had at 10 a.m. this morning, but we'll see if the Blue Sox can get one in the win column and see if the Power can stay undefeated today.
It was a good one this morning here at Palm Springs Stadium between the Oregon Lumberjacks and the British Columbia Bombers. Went to extra innings as a scoreless game, and then the Bombers won the game 1-0. The Ghost Runner coming around to score on a Garrett Gonzalez single. And now we have the Power representing Palm Springs in an unofficial capacity managed by Casey Dill today. And they will be putting out the following lineup on the field. Chase Vinson will lead it off. Chopin Ha, followed by Jimmy Kramer, will be 1, 2, 3. Nick Knoll, Jack Paulson, and Joseph Bonneries 4 through 6. Pin On Lin, Brandon Erb, and Liu Wen-Jie, the catcher coming over from MLB DC China for this afternoon, joining the Power. And they will be facing number 14. They will be, on the mound will be number 14, Garrett DeYoung, but they will be facing number 3, Roger Motley, the third, the lefty on the mound for the Blue Sox. And we are just about ready to get going here in Palm Springs. Lefty-lefty matchup to start it off. Chase Vinson against Motley. And Vinson has been doing a whole lot of hitting for the Power, and we will get to all of the great facts and figures as we take you through this one. Sunday, January 28th, right on the dot, 12:30 p.m., first pitch on the way from Roger Motley. A little bit upstairs, ball one.
Well, this is the warmest day we've had, Brian, so we'll see if the ball jumps off the bat a little bit more today.
1-0 on the way from Motley. Once again, upstairs, 2-0 the count to Chase Vinson. Power were off yesterday, but the game before they pulled out a win, and Vinson had 2 hits in that game. He waits for the 2-0 and makes it 2-1 as that one catches the corner. Close call goes in the way of Motley early on. We have not seen a whole lot of scoring when the Power are on the field, but they are undefeated, 2-0. As the 2-1 on the way to Vinson, right there again, Motley liking that outside corner, 2-2 to lead off the game. Tall left-handed pitcher standing right in the center of the rubber. High leg kick from the windup in the dirt, laid off by Vinson, makes it 3-2.
Good battle here by Vinson to start. You gotta make Motley work here early. Make him tired.
Infield playing straight up, as is the outfield. The payoff pitch to Vinson, buried in the dirt, ball 4. Vinson tosses his bat, and he'll head on over to first.
Really good plate discipline by Vinson. Now, he had a couple pitches that, could have been hit, but he laid off that were just off the plate. Now nobody out with a man on.
Leadoff walk gives the Power the opportunity to get something going, and up to bat now, number 6, Chopin Ha from Taipei City, Taiwan. Crouching in the right-hander's batter's box. Tapping the plate with his bat, and now he is ready to go. Motley will get a straight look at Vinson off of first. Slide step into home, and that's a strike. 0-1 to Ha. .6'3", 200 pounds on the mound, Roger Motley. Coming straight at you from the left side. Takes a glance at Vinson, now fires, and it's a foul ball sharply hit towards the Power dugout. Look out over there. 0-2 the count to Ha. Just getting going here in the top of the first. Chase Vinson led off with a walk. Power, the visiting team today at Palm Springs Stadium against the Washington Blue Sox. Slide step again, 0-2, chopped to short. Lara trying to get there, but he's cut off. Nowhere to go, and it's going to be everyone safe. Akiba cut off Lara, who seemed to have a good angle at it, and it did not work out in his favor. So first and second, nobody out, and up comes Jimmy Kramer.
Well, usually what you want to do on that play is let the third baseman get it. But in that situation, the way the ball was hit and how hard it was hit, the shortstop, Lara, probably had a little bit better of a chance at making the play.
And it now allows Jimmy Kramer to bat with runners on first and second. Nobody out, just in the top of the first. A scoring chance for the Power. Pitch on the way, and it's right down Broadway. 0-1 to Kramer. Accurately ruled an infield single for Huss, so we've got a walk and a single responsible for our runners at second and first. It's Vincent at second, Huss at first. The 0-1 is in the dirt, 1-1. Kramer, an outfielder from Glendale, California. Experience at the Division II level, Salem International University. Led his team in batting average and on-base percentage early on in his career. Now he awaits the 1-1, looks at it in the dirt. Motley continues to go down in the dirt, and these Power hitters not chasing. 2-1, the count, scoreless in the top of the first. Power trying to strike early.
Well, this has been a consistent thing for the Power so far this year. They get runners on, can't seem to get them in. That's why, they've only gotten a few runs in, but they still managed to win all their games.
Motley fires, and it's grounded to third. Akiba on to second. High throw, corralled, but not in time by Gonzalez. Gonzalez had to leap high in the air to bring it in. He did, but he did not come down enough quickly to get the runner Huss. So bases loaded, nobody out, and Nick Knoll up to bat. Going to rule that an E5 on Akiba.
Motley in trouble early here. Nobody out. Let's see if he can get out of this jam, or at least limit the damage.
First pitch to Knoll, a changeup on the outside part of the plate, so taking something off the cleanup hitter. Dangerous here, Knoll. Motley working quickly now with those runners on. Right to it, the 0-1 to Knoll, and it's going to be lifted to right field. Giving chase is Rowan. He ranges over, makes the catch. Should be an easy way to score from the runner at third, and it is. Vincent crosses the plate, and the Power, just like that, take the lead.
A really good baseball so far. Good at bats. Get him on, get him over, get him in. See if the Power can continue it this inning.
Still a couple of runners in scoring position. Jack Paulson, the third baseman, runners at second and third with one away. Power striking in the first. A 1-0 lead over the Blue Sox. Paulson, the righty hitter, rests the bat on his shoulder. Slow breaking ball. Tries to get to the top of the zone, but it misses. 1-0 to Paulson. Infield continues to play back, so they will concede a run if they can get an out. The 1-0 to Paulson in the dirt. Nice block there by Maldonado. 2-0. Crowd continues to file in on this beautiful Sunday afternoon in Palm Springs. Motley readies the 2-0, and it's going to be jammed foul past third base. Everyone taking their time to reset. Motley taking a step behind the rubber. Now he stands up back tall. 6'3" frame. Paulson looking for a pitch to hit. 2-1 the count with those two runners in scoring position. And he gets all of this one to left field. Going back is Jackson, but he's not going to get to it. One run in. That arm is waving the runner around third. In to score is Knoll, and the Power take a 3-0 lead.
Oh, great piece of hitting. Way to attack that hanging, breaking ball. And a little misjudgment over in left field by Jackson leads to 2 more runs.
Yeah, we talked about it already early on. You want to try to go back on the ball first. Jackson did not do that. He came in, and it cost him 2 runs for the Power make the score 3-0 in favor of Palm Springs. Now up to bat, Joseph Bonaris, the shortstop, wearing number 5. Outside, ball 1. Motley from Detroit, Michigan, going to have to try to get out of this inning right here. Still just 1 away in the top of the first, and the Power already up 3-0. Paulson leading off of second, being held on by Gonzalez. Now the 1-0 on the corner, 1-1.
Well, tough start so far for DeYoung, but it's only 3 runs. If he can limit this damage and have his team support, see if he can come back next inning.
Fastball just outside, 2-1 the count to Bonaris. Out of Dumfries, Virginia, has Paulson standing at second. Already 3 runs across, a sacrifice fly from Nick Knoll and a 2-run double from Jack Paulson. Motley tries to go in on Bonaris, has to hop out of the way. 3-1 the count now. The Blue Sox have struggled early on this campaign. A 4-0 loss and an 8-0 loss to Canada and Alberta, respectively. And in their last game, no hit by the Grizzly. So they are trying to shift the tide. Motley on the 3-1. Going to get a grounder to short. Lara gets underneath it, makes a long throw over to first, and Garcia able to keep his foot on the bag for out number 2. Meanwhile, Paulson does advance to third, but there are now 2 away in the top of the first.
Huge out for DeYoung there. Gets a little confidence back. Doesn't have to think about any runner on third. Just needs to focus on the batter and get this guy out.
So 2 away in the top of the first. 3 runs across, and Pin on Lin, the hitter for the Power. Lin swings at the first pitch and lines it to deep center field. Catalano makes his way back and is able to haul it in for out number 3. But the Power strike first with 3 runs on 2 hits. 1 error helped them out as well in the top of the first. It's time for the Blue Sox to come to bat in the bottom of the first.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
Welcome back to the bottom of the first inning in Palm Springs, California. The Palm Springs Power with 3 runs in the top half of the frame. Now the Washington Blue Sox will look to get anything going offensively. Tim Catalano, Samuel Rowan, Alejandro Lara, the 3 men due up. They are followed by Taylor Maldonado, Bryson Gandy, and Nick Gonzalez. Deontay Jackson, Kyosuke Akiba, and Vince Garcia rounded out for the Blue Sox. And Catalano will step in from the right side, facing the pitcher Garrett DeYoung. DeYoung from the windup, his first pitch, a fastball for a strike, 0-1 to Catalano. DeYoung stands in there at 6'2", 200 pounds from Redlands, California. Goes back to the fastball, and Catalano was ready. Line shot to center, but Vincent got there in a hurry. Out number one as Vincent continues to shine in the outfield.
Yeah, Vincent always getting good jumps so far this season, and that was another good one. He really tracks the ball well out there in center.
And the Blue Sox have to be kicking themselves right now. They have not gotten a hit since opening day. This is their third game of the early season, and they thought they might have gotten one there, as the first pitch to Rowan is a swing and a miss. 0-1 the count to Samuel Rowan. But it has been a struggle, just 2 hits on the 2024 California Winter League season. This one's in the dirt from DeYoung, 1-1 the count. In fact, Catalano, who just got out to center field, is one of 2 Blue Sox with a base hit. Rowan will try to join him here, awaiting the 1-1. And a flail and a miss on that one in the dirt. 1-2. We've got the only undefeated team in the CWL against the only winless team. Very early, just 2-0, 0-2, but worth noting for sure as the 1-2, a breaking ball. That is through into right field, and the Blue Sox into the hit column for the first time since Thursday.
Yeah, boy, does that feel like a monkey off their back. And maybe that'll spark something. It only takes a little hit like that to get something going for the squad.
You are absolutely right, Danny. It just takes one, and now you've got the middle of the order. It'll start with Alejandro Lara, the right-handed shortstop. DeYoung with the slide step, and it's a ground ball foul for Lara. That was a close one right over the bag. Jimmy Johnson, head coach for the Blue Sox, wanted it fair, but Lara will have to walk back to the box. Could you have imagined that? You go almost 4 days without a hit, and then you get one on consecutive pitches?
Yeah, that's the game of baseball for you right there. That's why we love it so much, and that's why it's so fun, because there's so many different situations that can happen and so many different situations that can get a team going.
The 0-1 to Lara in the dirt, 1-1 the count. All Big West honorable mention is Lara. Attended the University of California, Davis up in Northern California. Also played in last year's CWL. So he's familiar with the territory. The 1-1 to him with the runner going. Rowan is going to slide in safely to second. Great jump by Rowan, and now the Blue Sox have a runner in scoring position with one away.
Yeah, a lot of good jumps that we've seen so far just today and also in the first 3 days of the league. And it's great for the Blue Sox after that hit to have a runner in scoring position, see if they could get their first run.
The 2-1 on the way to Lara. It's going to be a bouncer to short. Bonaris takes a step back, has to fire it, and he sure does. A cannon on the arm of Bonaris to beat Lara. 2 outs now in the first.
Really great play over there at short. He gathers it moving away from first base, but plants that back foot and rears back and fires. Nice fundamentals.
Taylor Maldonado now, the cleanup hitter for the Blue Sox. 2 outs and a runner at second. Power scored 3 in the top half. Blue Sox trying to respond. From the windup, Maldonado takes one. Could have been in there, but Maldonado sees it low. 1-0. Infield playing straight up. The outfielders doing the same. Vincent maybe a little over towards left as he plays his center field position. Maldonado checks his swing. No swing, says the home plate umpire. 2-0 the count. And now the late check over at first. Max Steiner agrees with Bill Yeager behind the plate. 2-0 is the count to Maldonado. Power with the 3-0 lead in the first. Blue Sox threatening with a runner at second. And nearly hits Maldonado. That fastball dangerously close to his head. 3-0 now to the catcher.
Well, DeYoung just needs to settle back in here after the hit. And he got a couple outs, and now he just needs that last one.
A strike called and a throw down to second. Liu Wen-Jie trying to catch Samuel Rowan off the bag. A smart decision if you could get it there, and he did. Just a little late. So now a 3-1 count with those 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Rowan reaching with a base hit to right field. Moved over on the stolen base. Now waiting. Maldonado's 3-1, and it's going to sail foul. Garrett DeYoung making his CWL debut on the mound. And a pretty tough task living up to the power pitching thus far. They have allowed a grand total of 2 runs across their 2 games. This is their 3rd game of the season. The 3-2, a slider in the dirt, blocked by Liu Wen-Jie, but nonetheless, it's ball 4. Runners at first and second, 2 away for the Blue Sox, and Bryson Gandy up to bat.
Big spot for Gandy here. And a big spot for the Blue Sox as a team, just for confidence. Getting that run across and inching closer to the deficit.
DeYoung still from the windup with those runners on. Gets a fastball on the corner, 0-1. Right now hitting 86 is DeYoung, and that was right down Broadway. Gandy standing in from the left side, holding his bat way over his head. And that fastball right back to the corner, 86 again. And he's ahead 0-2. DeYoung trying to escape the jam and keep the power up 3 in the first inning. 3-0 the lead for Palm Springs, but the tying run at the plate. The 0-2 changeup misses just a bit low. 1-2 the count. A lot of room on the right side of the infield for Gandy. And this one bounces in the dirt. Both runners advance. Suddenly, the opportunity becomes all that much greater for Gandy. 2-2 the count with 2 away, but runners at third and at second.
And now he's licking his chops. He's got to settle down and not try to swing at any pitch that comes to him. He's got to stay disciplined here and also not try to kill it. You know, just get the ball out there somewhere where they're not. Find some green.
Second baseman Hum moves over just a tad towards the first base bag. The 2-2 checks his swing. The second base umpire says no, and it could have been strike 3 either way. That one was awfully close. A tough take by Gandy, but he now has a full count. Will DeYoung challenge him with the open base now at first? The 3-2 from DeYoung. Bouncer to first, and it's under the glove of Nick Knoll at first. 1 run scores, and it gets past Herb in right. So 2 runs in, Gandy hustling over to third, and the Blue Sox score 2 on a disastrous defensive play by the Power.
Yeah, boy, just to start, under the first baseman's glove, Knoll. And then just taking your head off the ball in right field. That'll cost you, and now we got a one-run ball game here.
3-2 the lead now for the Power. Nick Gonzalez up to bat with Bryson Gandy standing off of third. Just like that, the game changes. That one in the dirt when Jay gets underneath it to block it. 1-0 the count. Boy, after a game that was 1-0 until the 8th inning, it took an extra inning to get to 1-0. We have 5 runs in the first between these two teams. The 1-0 chopped behind the mound. Bonaris has to charge, makes the running throw, and loops it over to Knoll for the third out. Interesting decision on the throw, but it got the job done. After 1 inning of play here in Palm Springs, the Power 3, Blue Sox 2. Looks like we're in for a good one.
Elmer's Restaurants. Welcome to the family.
So, I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on my car insurance.
So you told your agent you play the bagpipes for your dog?
What? No, I didn't get that personal. My agent just helped me create an affordable price just for me. Okay, let me show you what I've been working on. Hey, Buster!
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Welcome back to Palm Springs for the top of the second inning. I certainly hope you didn't miss the first. Power started the game with 3 runs, and then the Blue Sox respond with 2 of their own. So Power 3, Blue Sox 2 as we start this second inning. First pitch from Motley to Herb is a ball outside. But what an eventful first frame we had. Hits, errors, walks, stolen bases, everything.
Yeah, it's good to see the Blue Sox finally getting the hit and run column. And we always like close games here. Much more entertaining for sure, especially when you're on the call, Brian.
We're just lucky to be here, watching some great baseball. The 1-1 to Herb. Catches the corner, 1-2. But you bring up a great point with that run. However, it ended up coming was the first run of the season for the Blue Sox. This one buried in the dirt, 2-2 to Herb. So they get their first hit in 4 days and their first run of the season in the same frame. A wonderful inning to be a Washington Blue Sox.
Yeah, they just got to build off that next inning. You know, Motley, get these guys out and get right back in the box. Keep her going.
Herb cannot catch up to that off-speed offering. Strikeout to start the inning. And Motley looking to put that first frame behind him. It wasn't the prettiest, but he still has every chance to get back in this game thanks to his offense putting up 2. And now he'll deal with Liu Wen-jae. First pitch misses up and outside to Liu Wen-jae, who is on loan from MLB DC China. If you've tuned into some of our games, you know China has the largest roster, so they are letting their guys get at-bats everywhere, as this one is sent towering over the wall, but foul. Hits those batting cages. Might need to get some work done on the holes over there. Liu Wen-jae sending it a mile. But after all, it is just a long foul ball. Liu Wen-jae back in the batter's box. And another phenomenal swing from him, lined into left field for a base hit. Not messing around whatsoever.
Yeah, great piece of hit and getting right back on the pitcher, Motley. And you're right, it is a good amount of weight off of Motley's shoulders after those first 2 runs. Now he can really settle in and see if he can get a ground ball here, double play.
Lefty-lefty matchup with Chase Vincent back at the plate. Leadoff hitter takes that one upstairs for ball 1. 95 miles per hour with the exit velocity on that single from Wen-jae. Impressive to say the least as he leads off of first, not taking many steps past the bag as Motley looks right at him. Vincent walked his first time up and came around to score on a Nick Knoll sacrifice fly. Ahead in the count 1-0 here as he looks at this one in the dirt, 2-0.
Couple of dogs in the ballpark today, Brian. As you know, Palm Springs Stadium is a dog-friendly ballpark.
Bring all the dogs out to Palm Springs Stadium. They are just as welcome as humans are, as Vincent takes that one on the inside part of the plate, strike 1. 2-1 the count to Chase Vinson with one away in the top of the second. Power 3, Blue Sox 2. All that scoring coming in the first. Jay not going anywhere at first, and a tapper foul off the bat of Vinson, 2-2. American and Canadian flags blowing towards left field. Everyone playing straight up, infield and outfield. Garcia holding on Liu Wen-Jay at first. And Vincent from the left side awaits this 2-2. Cannot catch up to it. Runner going on the ball in the dirt. Jay is in there. So a strikeout, but the runner advances to second on the wild pitch. Heads up base running there by Jay to get on into scoring position.
Nasty pitch there by Motley. Had Vincent way, way off bounds.
Two outs and a runner at second. In the top of the second, Chopin Ha the batter. Ha continues to be aggressive, swings at the first pitch for the second straight time, but it's a tapper foul. 0-1.
It's crazy, Brian. You can almost smell spring in the air right now. It's only the end of January.
What does spring smell like?
It's that spring training smell. I don't know what it is, but Evan knows what I'm talking about. He's over there nodding from the PA booth.
0-1, low, ball 1. I'd say spring smells like baseball. Is that a fair description?
Yeah, that would be in the same category, I would say.
A 1-1 count to Chopin Ha. Runner at second, two away in the top of the second. Last foul past the third base line. Some pretty good swings here in the second inning off Motley. Began with a strikeout to Brandon Erb, but Liu Wen-Jay connected on a single into left. Vincent went down swinging, and now Ha at the plate. Jay advanced to second on the wild pitch. Will he come around to score? Gonzalez continues to hold on the runner at second, so there's some room over there on the right side of the infield. Right fielder Rowan playing deep as well if he can get it there. Ha trying to slap it that way, but it's going to head foul. And some gasps let out by the crowd. Almost hit a fan. Maybe it did hit a fan.
Right in the lap there, Brian.
Hope everyone's okay.
She seems unfazed by it over there, though.
She is ready to go in there. I believe she... No, she's not going to keep the souvenir. She is going to hand it off to someone else. Late Liu Wen-Jay off of second. Motley trying to escape this jam and keep it a 3-2 ball game. Slow breaking ball, grounded towards short. Lara slides, makes the throw, and gets the third out of the inning. Phenomenal play by Alejandro Lara at short to keep this a 3-2 power lead. We're off to the bottom of the second. Blue Sox trying to even it up.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Bottom of the second inning in Palm Springs. Palm Springs Power lead 3-2 over the Washington Blue Sox, but the Blue Sox feeling some momentum after scoring 2 in their home half of the first. Their first runs of the season in this their third game, as a dog barks in the front row here in the bleachers, making their presence felt as Jackson makes his presence felt here. Deep to left field it goes, and it is out of here. Deontay Jackson cracks a solo homer to left, and the Blue Sox tie this game up at 3.
Boy, Jackson attacking that first pitch really put a ride on that. That was way up in the air. And if you go up close to Jackson, he's a big guy, and he's also got really ripped physique. He's a big guy, likes to hit the gym a lot, and it shows there.
An outburst by the Blue Sox as the first pitch to Kyosuke Akiba is strike 1. Their first 2 games, they had 2 hits and 0 runs. In this game, already 3 runs on the board as Akiba sends this one foul. 0-2 the count to the third baseman. That was a blast off the bat of Deontay Jackson. 0-2 in the dirt, but chased by Akiba. Making the throw is Jay on to first, and that's out number 1. Vince Garcia now the batter for the Blue Sox, playing first base.
Love to see the Blue Sox bats come alive.
And you can just tell the energy has shifted, smiles on their faces, everyone standing outside the dugout. You mentioned it, after that first hit, all it takes is 1. Garcia flails at that one, 1-1, with 1 away in the bottom of the second inning, tied at 3. Power got 3 in the first, Blue Sox 2 in the first, and now 1 in the second, as Garcia looks at that one low, 2-1. Garcia from Anaheim, California. A returner to the CWL. Ready for the 2-1 offering. DeYoung misses with the breaking ball, 3-1. DeYoung trying to shake off that home run. A nice response with the strikeout of Akiba, but now behind in the count, 3-1. Garcia gets a good piece on this one over to right, but it's going to fall foul. Herb gave it a good effort.
It's always tough to come back after giving up a homer, especially on the first pitch of the inning. But DeYoung's done a good job. Got Akiba out on the strikeout, and see if he can get Garcia and limit the damage.
Everyone resets in the outfield after that long foul. The 3-2 now to Garcia. Misses upstairs, ball 4. Not what you want to do to the number 9 hitter, as now the lineup turns over to Tim Catalano.
Now you can tell DeYoung's a little bit out of sorts up there. Not sure, a lot of pitchers have different ways of getting comfortable or getting back comfortable after giving up a run. See how he handles it.
Pickoff attempt at first. Garcia back in safely. Up until this point, 6 power pitchers had combined to throw 14 innings, allowed just 2 runs over their first 2 wins. DeYoung from the stretch gets the outside part, 0-1. A 2-0 opening day victory over the Grizzly, and a 3-2 day 2 win over DC China. Palm Springs Power came into this game 2-0 with those results. But we're all tied up at 3 now in the second as Catalano lays off of that one outside. 1-1 the count with 1 away, and Garcia over at first. Catalano cracks one to left. Going back is Kramer, and it's over his head. Garcia saw it late. He rounds second, heading for third. Catalano into second with a stand-up double. Don't let the Blue Sox get hot, but they are. Runners at second and third with 1 away, and Samuel Rowan will look to bring them in.
Well, we said it a couple times. We'll say it again. That first hit really woke up the bats for the Blue Sox. They've been sleeping for the past couple days.
Coming out of hibernation. You know, it's been winter, but in Palm Springs, there's no real winter. As the first pitch to Rowan on the way, and Rowan fouls it off straight into the net. Momentum is a real thing, and Rowan got it going. His base hit in the first inning got them off the schneid, and now they're threatening. 0-1 to Rowan. Lays off of it, makes it 1-1. This inning started with a Deontay Jackson solo homer to tie it up at 3. Akiba struck out, but Garcia got on with a walk, and Catalano doubled. That's how we have runners at second and third. The 1-1 to Rowan, a swing and a miss on that one upstairs, 1-2.
It'll be big for the Blue Sox big for Rowan to get on base for the Blue Sox. See if he can get another stolen base and keep the runs going.
Infield crept in a little bit with 2 strikes. Knoll on that grounder tosses it to DeYoung, and they get the second out with Garcia staying at third. So that decision late, very, very late, as the pitch was delivered to bring the infield in, makes it 2 away in the bottom of the second. Still runners at second and third, and Alejandro Lara up to bat. DeYoung, the tall righty, from the windup, high leg kick, and gets one in there for strike 1. Infield now backs up to their normal depth. Outfield playing straight up as well. Chase Vincent maybe a step or 2 in from center. That one in the dirt. Nice job by Liu Wen-Jay to stop it. And now Jay will take a visit to the mound.
That one was at 87. Looks like DeYoung's getting a little frustration out, overthrown a little bit. And Liu talking to him up there, maybe calming him down, saying, hey, don't throw out of your shoes here just because you gave up a run or 2, or 3 in this case.
And this is fascinating because Liu Wen-Jay not on this team. He is from MLB DC China, so not speaking much English, but communicating through the language of baseball to his pitcher, Garrett DeYoung. 1-1 the count with 2 away, 2 runners in scoring position. The 1-1 lined up the middle. Vincent giving chase, and it's over his head. Lara into second base with a 2-out, 2 RBI double with the Blue Sox taking the lead.
That's exactly what you want to do on that pitch for Lara. It's up in the zone, right at your numbers about, go where the pitch is hit, and he got it to go right out in that right center gap, perfectly placed. And we got a good ball game here.
We sure do. 5-3 now. Washington leads over Palm Springs, still just in the bottom of the second inning. Looks like we're going to be here a while, and we are not going to complain because these have been 2 action-packed 2 innings. As Taylor Maldonado settles into the batter's box, takes a big hack and a miss, strike 1. It all started with that Deontay Jackson homer. Now 3 runs across for the Blue Sox to take that 5-3 lead. Lara with the latest big hit, that 2 RBI double. Maldonado tries to hold up, and he did, 1-1. A lot of back control for Maldonado. Had a couple of check swings in his first AB. Maldonado walked and came around to score on that 3-base error that we're calling it. An error on the first baseman, as that one misses low and in the dirt, 2-1. 2 separate errors that went for 3 bases. An error on the first baseman, Knoll, and then an error on the right fielder, Herb, that allowed Gandy to get all the way to third and 2 runs to score. That's how the Blue Sox got on the board. A 2-1 on the way to Maldonado. Jay thought about backpicking to second. Instead, he'll come back up with it on a 3-1 count.
You can just tell DeYoung's definitely still overthrowing. That one came in at 88, and, you can just see in his body language and really in his throw.
Able to get the strike zone there, 3-2. DeYoung's first appearance on the 2024 campaign, giving up 5 runs in these first 2 frames, has a runner on second, 2 away, and a 3-2 count on Taylor Maldonado. Shortstop Bonary's mildly holding on Laura, now backs away, and that one misses outside for ball 4. Maldonado draws his second consecutive walk, and Gandy another chance to bring home some runs. Nobody warming in the Palm Springs bullpen either, so this is DeYoung's inning. Already 3 runs across, a Jackson homer, a Lara 2 RBI double. First pitch to Gandy, check swing, called strike anyway. 0-1 to Bryson Gandy, the Troy, Alabama native. Attended Valdosta State University, a Division II program. He was actually drafted by the Minnesota Twins in the 32nd round of the 2019 draft. Gandy looks at that one outside, 1-1. So you know there's some pop in that bat. Has Lara at second, Maldonado at first. 2 away in the bottom of the second. Blue Sox up 5-3. DeYoung from the windup loops in a beautiful breaking ball, perhaps the best we've seen all day. Makes it 1-2.
Gandy, another one of those guys, just like Jackson, who led off the inning with a homer. They both hit the gym. They're pretty ripped.
DeYoung kicks and fires. Inside, gets away from Jay, and both runners trying to advance the throw to second. In time to get Maldonado. I don't know about that one. Maldonado still standing looking at the umpire. But it is going to be out number 3. Brendan Boucher on the call there. A tough decision. Maldonado and Lara both trying to advance with 2 away, and it backfires. However, the Washington Blue Sox score 3 in the bottom of the second to take a 5-3 lead over the Palm Springs Power. Don't go anywhere. You won't want to miss a second.
Immerse yourself in the ultimate fan experience at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Stop by any of our 3 premier properties in the Coachella Valley to catch all of the games on our giant wraparound screens. See real-time scores on our giant LED sports ticker. Plus, enjoy exciting twists on all of your bar food favorites. Get your game on at 360 Sports in Rancho Mirage, Palm Springs, or Cathedral City. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Well, we have a good one on our hands here in Palm Springs. The Power up 3-0 in the first, but the Blue Sox have stormed back with 5 unanswered to make it 5-3 in the top of the third. Jimmy Kramer will lead it off for the Power, trying to get Palm Springs back in the right direction, and they'll continue to face Roger Motley on the mound. Motley's big long windup from the left side results in ball 1 to Kramer. Motley 6'3", 200 pounds from Detroit, Michigan. Big day for Detroit today. NFC championship for their Lions, and for Motley, who attended Henry Ford Community College, then spent some time at Alvin Community College in Texas. Now he is here with a 5-3 lead. Bounces that one in the dirt. 2-0 to Jimmy Kramer.
Well, a shaky start for Motley up there, but surprisingly, from what we've seen so far, the Blue Sox have come back and given them a little cushion.
Misses wide with that one. 3-0 as Motley will take a step behind the rubber, take a deep breath, and now resets. Stands squarely in the middle of that rubber on the mound. Takes his time with the high leg kick and fires the 3-0 right down the middle to make it 3-1. Motley has that look from the left side that just screams pitcher. Makes me think of Eduardo Rodriguez from the Detroit Tigers. Here Motley, though, misses with ball 4. A free pass for Jimmy Kramer. Not how Motley wanted to start this top of the third.
Yeah, not the worst thing. I mean, you never want to walk somebody, but get to Noel and pitch him low, try to get a ground ball. We'll see what happens.
Noel with a sacrifice fly his first time at the plate. Got the scoring going for the Power. Now bats with the runner on first and nobody out in the top of the third. He does represent the tying run, and he's going to lash this one into left field for a base hit. Kramer with an aggressive turn past second. He's into third safely with that slide. Jimmy Kramer goes first to third on a single to left, and the Power coming right back with runners on the corners and nobody out.
Love the aggression there from Kramer. You know, that's really going to be the type of little things that open the eyes of the recruiters and scouts out here.
Taylor Maldonado visits the mound to have a chat with Motley. There is action in the Blue Sox dugout. And we'll take this moment to remind you that Sport Clips are the pros in men's hair. They have cutting-edge stylists and hairstyles to give you a championship haircut. Make sure to check out their signature haircut service, the MVP Haircut Experience, which includes a precision haircut, hot towel, massaging shampoo, and neck and shoulder treatment. It is a full-on visit to the mound now as head coach Jimmy Johnson joining the rest of the infield chatting to Motley. And it does appear that someone is ready from the bullpen, and he is coming into the game. Looks like David Reckers is joining the game for the Blue Sox. So we will take a break as he takes his warm-up pitches. 5-3 lead for the Blue Sox, but the Power threatening with runners at the corners. New pitcher for the Washington Blue Sox, David Reckers. Tall right-hander on the mound, and he comes into a jam. Runners at first and third, nobody out, and Jack Paulson at the plate for the power. Blue Sox hanging on to a 5-3 lead here in the top of the third, but Paulson trying to cut into it here. Big lead from the pinch runner, Gomia, and he takes off right away, off for second. Out is the call as Gomia's long flowing hair falls out of his helmet tossed aside, and that is a massive first out for the Blue Sox as Reckers gets the strike and gets the out thanks to Maldonado. Don't know about that decision with first and third, nobody out, down 2. But now an 0-1 delivery to Paulson on the way. He flails at it, able to hold back, but it gets away from Maldonado. The throw in time to get him at home. Holy cow, what a play by Maldonado. Reckers covering the plate and applying the tag for out number 2. So Reckers enters the game with first and third, nobody out, and on 2 pitches gets both runners out, courtesy of his catcher Maldonado. Talk about making a difference in a game.
That's exactly what you want to do if you're Maldonado. A really good job of sliding to grab that ball and kind of setting his feet, but he's on his knees, so he set your knees, kind of square your shoulders, make the throw. And a good tag, too.
What a turn of events for David Reckers. Now has a 1-1 count with 2 away in the top of the third and nobody on with Jack Paulson at the plate. Another one sailed wide, but Maldonado gets to it. Two and one the count with 2 away in the top of the third. Line drive foul into the net makes it 2-2 for Paulson, who has to be frustrated. Had an opportunity to help his team cut into the deficit, and now has to fight to just stay alive, get on base somehow. Blue Sox with a 5-3 lead here in the top of the third. 2 runs in the first, 3 runs in the second. They are feeling every ounce of this momentum now. Reckers from the windup. The 2-2 looping, breaking ball, strike 3 called. Maldonado walks off the field with confidence, and as he should. A magnificent inning defensively for Taylor Maldonado. Keeps the Blue Sox ahead 5-3 as we head to the bottom of the third inning.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
It's been quite the ball game here in Southern California. The Blue Sox lead at 5-3 in the bottom of the third And Bryson Gandy attacks the first pitch, pops it way up there. Bonneries in front of the left fielder somehow makes the catch. He stepped in front of Kramer deep out there in left field and comes up with out number 1, an adventure to start the bottom of the third. You always want your shortstop to take charge out there, and he sure did. Makes that acrobatic catch. 1 away in the bottom of the third, and Nick Gonzalez at the plate. Garrett DeYoung still in the game for the power, and he loops in a slider for strike 1. 5 runs on 3 hits for the Blue Sox. Couple of errors against the power. 0-1 delivery from DeYoung. Waved at and missed. Gonzalez couldn't get to that one. 0-2. Now to Gonzalez. Takes a close one. It's ball 1, 1-2. Gonzalez, the middle infielder from Tampa, Florida. Spent time at the Division I level with the South Florida Bulls. Then went over to Valdosta State. As he chops this 1-2 up the middle, Bonneries ranges, makes the running throw, and the new first baseman makes quite the play at first for out number 2. Chase Vinson, who made some good plays in center earlier, moves over to first as Gomia, the pinch runner, now plays center. So we're keeping up with the changes. Hope you are as well. And meanwhile, the Power have 2 outs in the bottom of the third.
I really like the angle Boundaries took there. You know, coming around the ball instead of straight at it, giving himself a better angle to throw it to first.
And now Deontay Jackson at the plate. His solo homer tied it up in the second. He takes ball 1 from Oakland, California, 6'0", 210 pounds. He, once upon a time, played football at the University of Oregon. That's right, the Oregon Ducks, as Jackson lays off of this one. 2-0 the count to Jackson. He then transferred from Oregon to Whittier College in California, where he again played football, and now he's a baseball coach. Told me he wants to have fun, come out to the CWL and get back into this game that he loves. If you meet him, you will know that he is among the brightest personalities out there. Takes one outside, ball 3. Without a doubt, the brightest smile on check-in day. We had about 160 players come in, and if there's one person I will remember for a long time, it is Deontay Jackson. He was so kind, such a smile, so excited to be here. And it pays off on the field as well as he smokes this one to center again. Gomia sliding in, and he somehow gets to it with a basket catch in center field. So Jackson attacks the 3-0 and gave it a ride, but Gomia makes a nice play in center field. We're through 3 here in Palm Springs. Washington Blue Sox 5, Palm Springs Power 3. Joseph Bonneries will lead off the top of the fourth for the Power. They trail by a score of 5-3. They scored all 3 runs in the first, but the Blue Sox have stormed for 5 unanswered to give them that 5-3 lead. Bonnery standing in from the right side facing the new Blue Sox pitcher Reckers, who entered an inning ago. Reckers from the windup gets that one in the dirt for ball 1. Very fitting to have Bonneries at the plate immediately after Jackson as we talk about bright personalities. If you run into Bonneries here at Palm Springs Stadium, you will no doubt catch a smile on his face as well. No matter how early it is as he awaits the 1-0 and waves at it. 1-1 the count. The other day, remember seeing him around 7:30 in the morning. Everyone deservedly so pretty tired around here, but not him. He was excited to be here. And you can tell by the way he plays as well. Great shortstop. And right now at the plate with a 1-1 count. Able to lay off of that one, makes it 2-1 to lead off the fourth.
Well, it's hard to hate waking up early when you're going to play baseball here in Palm Springs every day. It's just a beautiful place.
Absolutely. The 2-1 on the way to Bonneries. Breaking ball looped in there for strike 2. Bonneries followed by Pin-On Lin and Brandon Erb here in the top of the fourth. Blue Sox hanging on to a 5-3 lead. An offensive explosion by a team that had not scored in their first 2 games. Reckers ready to fire the 2-2. Fastball misses outside. Full count now to Bonneries. Reckers is getting up there with the radar gun, 92 miles an hour with that last fastball. Would be among the highest we've seen in the CWL so far.
And he's got movement too on that 2-seam.
Sets at the bell and fires a foul ball. Staying alive is Bonneries. Reckers stands at 6 foot tall, 230 pounds, out of Aptos, California. Went to Cal State Bakersfield, a road runner. Division I program before ending up at Colorado Mesa at the D2 level. Once again sets his glove right at his belt, fires the payoff pitch, and it's a gorgeous breaking ball in there for strike 3. Bonneries can't believe it, but he'll walk back to the dugout after a strikeout by Reckers. Pin-On Lin now the batter for the Power as Reckers racks up his second K of the afternoon. First pitch to Lin, catches the outside corner, 0-1. You remember Reckers came in the top of the third inning, runners at first and third, nobody out. What happened next? A caught stealing at second. Ball got away from Maldonado then with the runner at third, tried to score. Instead, Reckers covered the plate and got him out as well. So as he gets this strike over, 0-2 the count now. He got both of those runners out, then was able to strike out Paulson, now a consecutive strikeout. He is just lighting it up out there.
Well, the Blue Sox found their guy for that type of situation, obviously.
Another called third strike, make it 3 in a row for David Reckers, who is putting on a show. These power hitters don't know what's hitting them.
Boy, the TrackMan said that one was well outside.
When you're rolling like Reckers is right now, you'll get a few inches off the corner, that's for sure. And we now have a pinch hitter for the Palm Springs Power. That is number 20, Luke Chernesky. He is hitting for Brandon Erb, playing right field. And Chernesky way late on that fastball, 0-1. You will recall Chernesky swings with every ounce of his energy.
I think he swings the hardest in the league for sure.
By far. Puts everything into it.
Even on 0-2 and on a breaking ball on 0-2, he won't be flailing at it. He'll be trying to rip it over that batter's eye in center field.
And right now he has to try to catch up to 93. That's what Reckers is sitting at. 3 strikeouts already for the tall righty. Wind up and a breaking ball that is just fooling these hitters as well. So you put 93 to go with a spin rate of 2.568. Also among the highest we've seen. Thankful for our analytics folks here in the press box alerting us as it happens. The 0-2 from Wreckers, another strikeout. 1, 2, 3 go the power as Wreckers strikes out the side in order. The Blue Sox are feeling good right now, headed to the bottom of the fourth, up 5-3.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
Hamburgers, all about.
So, I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on my car insurance.
So you told your agent you play the bagpipes for your dog?
What? No, I didn't get that personal. My agent just helped me create an affordable price just for me. Okay, let me show you what I've been working on. Hey, Buster!
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Bottom of the fourth, Washington Blue Sox 5, Palm Springs Power 3. And we've got a pinch hitter to lead off the bottom of the fourth, Phil Demas in for Washington. He takes the first pitch outside for ball one. Demas hitting for Kyusuke Akiba. Should be playing third base as well, we shall see. As DeYoung remains on the mound for the Power, his 1-0 nearly hits Demas. Instead becomes 2-0 to lead off this fourth inning.
Well, Demas looks to be wearing the double flap and double face guard. Looks like one of the sides of his, maybe that's just his beard. I can't see from up here.
Takes that last pitch up and away, 3-0 the count to the 24-year-old. He is from the Coachella Valley as he awaits the 3-0 and was ready to toss his bat, but he'll have to stay in there. 3-1. Home plate umpire Billy Yeager keeps him there. And DeYoung trying to work quickly now, gets right to the rubber, fires, and gets a swing and a miss, 3-2.
Yeah, home plate umpire is really expanding his zone as this game goes on, trying to make the hitter swing.
DeYoung rocking and rolling now. However, he misses inside, so it is eventually ball four for Demas. A leadoff walk for the Blue Sox. Already 5 runs across on 3 hits for Washington. If you missed the top of the broadcast, you'll remember us saying they had 0 runs across their first 2 games, a total of 2 hits. So well past that now with Vince Garcia at the plate. Garcia swings at the first pitch, right back to DeYoung. On to Bonneries, 1 over to Vincent for 2. 1-6-3 double play, badly needed by DeYoung and the Power. Good timing for that as well as the top of the order comes up to bat. Tim Catalano lined out to center field his first time up and then doubled back in the second inning. He has hit the ball sharply both times. Looks at a breaking ball for strike 1.
Yeah, that's one of the worst feelings when you hit a ball as hard as Catalano did in the first. But at least you know you're hit. You know you can see the ball well on that given day, and he got a double.
And there's another sharply hit ball over the head of Bonneries at short. Catalano turns way past first, but he'll retreat and settle with a single. Catalano hitting the cover off the ball today, 2 for 3, and it brings up Samuel Rowan with 2 away in the fourth.
Just a great approach from Catalano. You can tell he's not trying to do too much, sitting on that back leg and waiting for his pitch.
So 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Blue Sox up 5-3. Rowan up with 2 away. That one in the dirt. Jay gets in front of it and keeps Catalano at first.
Well, it looks like Liu's mask landed on the inside, so he's going to have a dusty face after that one.
Liu Wenjie doing a good job coming over from MLB DC China to help the Power today. As Catalano takes off with that pitch, it's off of Jay's glove, and Catalano dives in safely. Catalano doing a little bit of everything. A 2-out single, steals second, and now gives Rowan a 2-0 count with a runner in scoring position opportunity. Big moment here as the Blue Sox try to add on to their 5-3 lead. 2 in the first, 3 in the second. Can they get one in the 4th? Rowan pulls that one to short. Awful, awful hop as Bonaris is eaten up alive by it. And that will mean everyone is safe. Catalano over to third and Rowan to first. Boy, there is not much you can do about that. That was just a disgusting hop on Bonaris and an unfortunate break for the Power.
Well, and it's Sunday too, Brian. What happened to the Sunday hop? That was more like a 5 a.m. Monday morning hop.
You're right about that. And all the worse is it brings up Alejandro Lara. 2 away, runners at the corners. First pitch to Lara, just a bit low for ball 1. So DeYoung has to focus here. Does have someone warming in the bullpen, but this is his batter. Lara already a 2 RBI double on the afternoon. Looks at one in the dirt. Jay gets in front of it, but Catalano's going to test it, and Catalano's going to score. Rowan now caught in between first and second in a rundown, being chased down by the second baseman, eventually caught as the new second baseman there, Daniel Walsh, able to catch up with him, but the Blue Sox add on to their lead, make it 6-3 as we now head to the 5th inning. Boy, we have everything in this one. So once again, Washington Blue Sox 6, Palm Springs Power 3 as we head to the top of the 5th inning.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Leading off the top of the 5th inning for the Palm Springs Power, the catcher, Liu Wenjie. And he'll have a tough task ahead of him trying to catch up to David Recker's fastball and the combination of a deadly slider as well. Recker's 4 batters faced, 4 strikeouts recorded, 3 of them by the looking variety. So it has been a dominant performance so far by Reckers. He stands tall from the right side, fires in a first pitch fastball for strike 1.
If I'm the Power, I'm going to be aggressive here at the plate and try to knock Reckers out of the ballgame and get to the bullpen more.
0-1 from Reckers, and he just continues to rack up the strikes. 88 now on that fastball, but he's ahead in the count. 0-2 to lead off this 5th inning. Blue Sox 6, Power 3, as Washington added a run in the bottom of the 4th. Catalano's aggressive base running paying off, giving them one more run to work with. And Reckers, that's all he might need. A strikeout on a fastball upstairs, 93 once again on the gun, and he is mowing through this Power lineup right now.
Yeah, nothing can stop Reckers right now. He's in rhythm, and he's feeling the flow from that first inning where he got those 2 unusual outs and was in a jam. Ever since then, he's been lights out.
He now has the leadoff hitter, Chase Vinson, and he cannot catch up to the 92-mile-per-hour fastball. I guess you could say David Reckers came in like a wrecking ball. Thanks to Miley Cyrus for setting that one up for me. 0-1 the count to Chase Vinson with one away in the top of the 5th. Tries to loop in a slider, but it falls outside. 1-1.
No words, Brian. No words.
Just got to let it sit for a moment.
That was pretty good, though. Pretty good.
Appreciate it.
I always love a good play on words.
1-1, fouled straight back. Danny, have to look up. Coming your way. Those cheers are not for you.
Nope. Definitely not. That tailed away from me, though. If it was at me, I would have saved our laptops.
We do have a great crowd on hand at Palm Springs Stadium on a just picture-perfect Sunday afternoon. Blue Sox leading this afternoon 6-3 over the Power. Reckers, the 1-2, strikeout number 6, continues to dominate, and the Power just have no answer right now.
Yeah, strikeout number 6, and that's 5 in a row in the past 2 innings, or 1 2/3.
He has still struck out every batter he has faced, because remember those outs on the base pass when he entered with 1st and 3rd, nobody out. So he has struck out Paulson, Bonneries, Lynn, Chernesky, Jay, and now Vincent. Can Daniel Walsh change the trend? Newly into the game, he swings at the first pitch, bounces it to short. Tough hop handled there and taken care of for the 3rd out of the inning. So Reckers, come on, didn't strike out the last batter of the inning. What are you doing here? Had 6 strikeouts in a row, but he does get that 3rd out of the inning. He is just enjoying his afternoon here in Southern California. A handshake as he heads into the dugout could be it, and if it is, a magnificent outing for him. Washington Blue Sox holding on to a 6-3 lead as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Hey Power Baseball fans, looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Blue Sox with a 6-3 lead to start the bottom of the 5th inning, and they've got the heart of their order due up: Lara, Maldonado, Gandy, 3, 4, and 5. And they'll do work against a new power pitcher, Brock Rudy. Stands in from the right side, long windup, and misses inside for ball 1. This is an interesting sight to see with Brock Rudy on the mound. The catcher from Walnut Creek, California, does not appear to have pitching experience in college, and he played a lot at the D1 level. He's ready for this 1-0, and he misses once again inside, 2-0. One of the more impressive catchers we've seen. Rudy went to the University of Utah and then went to the University of Hawaii, so both Division I programs, drafted by the Houston Astros back in 2019, but all of that work as a catcher.
Well, this is a great opportunity for the Blue Sox to add on for this technical non-pitcher in Rudy.
Has an arm on him, though. Gets that one down the middle for a strike. 89.
Yeah. Interesting.
Interesting indeed. Catchers, of course, can throw. And he looks comfortable out there. The 2-1 on the way to Lara. Take something off of it there. 3-1 to the 3-hole hitter who was at the plate with runners at the corners in the 4th. Catalano came in to score from 3rd. Meanwhile, the runner Rowan was caught in a rundown between 1st and 2nd, but the Blue Sox added a run. Here the 3-1 to Laura. Down the middle for a strike. 88 once again. Do have scouts in attendance each and every day here at the California Winter League, Premier Showcase League in Palm Springs, California. Long hold. Now Rudy fires, and it's a pop fly towards the right side. Shielding his eyes is Vincent, and now he's got it for out number 1.
I definitely didn't expect this out of the catcher who's pitching Rudy. I mean, his first couple pitches clocked in at about 84, 85, and then he really reached back for those last couple after he got warmed up. So maybe he'll be the shutdown man from here on out if the Power can get some runs in.
The Power need it. They trail 6-3 in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch to Taylor Maldonado, a swing and a miss on an 89-mile-per-hour fastball. 0-1. Seems like a lifetime ago, but players checked in on Monday and on Tuesday had a training day in front of managers and scouts. And Rudy turned a lot of heads at the catching position. His pop time and his arm impressed to say the least, and he gets another swing and a miss out of Maldonado. 0-2 the count. Have to imagine he's going to turn a lot more heads if he can continue to do this on the mound.
Yeah, you do see that. Not very often, but sometimes in the major leagues, you see guys try to switch to the pitching position.
0-2 to Maldonado. Bounced in front of the plate. 1-2 now. Maldonado has had one heck of a day. 2 walks at the plate, but that does not even begin to capture what he's done. Came around to score in the 1st inning, and behind the plate has been an amazing asset to his defense. Throwing out runners left and right, at home, at second, you name it. Rests his bat on his shoulders from the right side as he awaits the 1-2. Pops it straight up into the air, a mile high. Liu Wen-Jie giving chase, but he looks at it foul. And a great catch off the bounce by a gentleman in the stands. Even draws applause from our very own Danny Maha.
Yeah, you gotta applaud the guy. It was a 2-handed catch, but we'll take it.
Gotta secure it. 1-2 count with 1 away in the bottom of the 5th. Blue Sox up 6-3. Maldonado at the plate, and he dodges that breaking ball. Slips out of the fingers of Rudy, says my bad with a smile. Catcher to catcher. Not often you see that when it's technically catcher to pitcher.
Yeah, a lot of interesting substitutions. I'm sure we'll see a lot more as the month progresses as we get into February.
Rudy takes his time when he comes set, now fires the 2-2, grounded to second. Walsh tries to gobble it up, bobbles it onto first. In time, says the first base umpire. Max Steiner took a bit longer than normal to make that call. It was close over there. Walsh bobbled the initial gathering, but got it over to Vincent in time for out number 2. Now it'll be Bryson Gandy with 2 away in the 5th.
Really great job at second base there. You know, not giving up on the play, and then a really great pick on the long hop over there at first base.
First pitch to Gandy, misses outside, ball 1. We've seen some interesting hops in the infield today.
Yeah, that lip in the infield, in the middle infield especially, is a little bit higher than the dirt is.
1-0 to Gandy. Catches that outside corner, 1-1. Weird stat line for Gandy today, 0 for 2. But the first time he came up, ended up bringing 2 runs home. That's because there was an error on the first baseman and then an error on the right fielder that brought 2 home and sent him to third base. Takes a strike on the outer half here, 1-2 to Gandy. Back then, the Power were up 3-0. But that opportunity for Gandy made it 3-2, and the Blue Sox haven't looked back. They now lead 6-3 here in the bottom of the 5th. Brock Rudy on the mound from the right side, facing the lefty Gandy. He's ahead in the count, 1-2. And a fastball on the corner makes it strike 3. 88 dotted on the corner by the catcher who has become a pitcher here at the CWL, Brock Rudy. We head to the top of the 6th inning. Blue Sox 6, Power 3.
Elmer's Restaurants. Welcome to the family.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Welcome back to Palm Springs, where we are in the top of the 6th inning. Washington Blue Sox 6, Palm Springs Power 3. And David Reckers remains on the mound trying to continue his damage. 6 strikeouts in 2 1/3 innings. Just a remarkable performance so far, and he'll look to keep it up against Jimmy Kramer, who leads off the top of the 6th for the Power. Kramer, Gomia, and Paulson, the 3 due-up hitters. First pitch on the corner, strike 1.
I'd love to see Reckers get 3 more Ks. Be a cool thing to see.
How about that breaking ball? Had Kramer ducking out of his shoes, and it lands right down the middle for strike 2. These power hitters look baffled by Reckers' deliveries. Shakes off his catcher Maldonado, and if I'm Reckers, I'm doing whatever I want. It is working. Takes his time, high leg kick on the 0-2, and a swing and a foul tip, just barely staying alive. Kramer way out in front of that breaking ball.
That's a really tough thing to do, and that fastball's coming in so hot. And even at 79 mile an hour, looping breaking ball like that is hard to do. It's hard to throw a breaking ball like that so hard.
0-2 on the way. This one's into play. Nice play by the new shortstop with a firing throw over to first. Couple of nice plays there as Gomia now steps to the plate. Nick Gonzalez making the transition over from second to short. Laura moving over to third. Garcia now playing first as the Blue Sox shake things up here in the top of the sixth. Gomia with his first at-bat came in to pinch run for Knoll, and he can't catch up to that fastball. Strike one. A little bit outside, 1-1. Wreckers to Gomia. Gomia caught stealing. Came in to run for Knoll. First and third, nobody out. Maldonado gunned him down. First of two that he got out on the bases. This one misses a little bit outside, 2-1.
Well, Wreckers should have all the confidence right now. He might have overthrown those past two, but he's got to stay back within himself.
There is the strike zone once again for Wreckers. 2-2 to Gomia. Numbers really don't jump out at you if you look at Wreckers' career at Colorado Mesa after Cal State Bakersfield. But not a lot of appearances. Have to imagine he is impressing the scouts in attendance today as he draws a wave and a miss. Gomia nowhere near that fastball. 2 away as strikeout number 7 now on the board for David Wreckers.
Well, Paulson, one of these hitters for the power that can get it started. He's got a double today, their only extra base hit.
But he's not close to that one either. A 78-mile-per-hour breaking ball. Continues to sit low 90s. 93 is the highest we've seen from Wreckers. And he's carrying it into now really his 4th inning of work. Would be 3 1/3 if he gets this out, and he's 1 strike closer. 0-2. Entered with that crazy situation in which Paulson was at the plate for first and third, nobody out, and Wreckers got 2 outs on 2 pitches thanks to his catcher. Then struck out Paulson, and the rest is history. Trying to get strikeout number 8. The 0-2 from Wreckers. There it is. 8 strikeouts on the afternoon for David Wreckers. 10 outs recorded, 8 of them Ks, and the show continues from number 34. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th inning in Palm Springs. Blue Sox 6, Power 3.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Welcome back to Palm Springs, bottom of the 6th inning. Washington Blue Sox 6, Palm Springs Power 3. To keep up to date with everything California Winter League, follow us on social media. Find us on Facebook, Instagram at California Winter League, and on Twitter on Cal Winter League. Visit our website as well at CaliforniaWinterLeague.com. And I promise you, you are going to want to do that because you're going to be able to see all the great box scores, all the great photos being taken by Anne-Marie and Darby, all the stories being written by myself, Danny, Evan, just every piece of content that is being provided, analytics coming out of Hunter Mutt's laptop. Everyone pitching in here at the CWL, and leading off, Nick Gonzalez was shaking his head as that one was coming in. Didn't think it was a strike, but it was. 0-1. New pitcher for the Power, Jimmy Welcher, the left-hander, now in his third consecutive game for the Power. Induces a foul ball here. 0-2. 3 shutout innings so far for Welcher on the year. Pitched 1 on opening day, 2 in their win over DC China, and now making his third appearance here against the Blue Sox. Bit upstairs, 1-2 to Gonzalez.
Right, Gonzalez had a couple calls not go his way at the plate today and ended up grounded to short twice. So now they're up 1-2 here.
And he gets a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Gonzalez back to the dugout with a frustrated look on his face. First out for Welcher in the 6th.
Yeah, it's not a good feeling when you're at the plate and you feel like you have to swing at a ball that's out of the zone, and that's how it's been for Gonzalez today.
Up to bat now, number 1, Deontay Jackson. That one on the back, the same amount of runs he drove in with a solo homer back in the 2nd inning. Tied the game at 3. And the Blue Sox ever since out to a 6-3 lead. And he has put some good swings on the ball today. Lined out to center field his last time up, and that foul ball came right back towards us.
Yeah, he's been swinging hard, but swinging controlled, and that really is what makes the difference between somebody who just swings out of their shoes all the time and somebody who really wants to attack good pitches.
Pop of the mitt there on that high fastball. 1-1 to Deontay Jackson. Radar gun reading 80 miles per hour on that Welcher fastball. And a massive hack at that one. 1-2 as Jackson giving it his all. Welcher stands in 5'10", 165 out of Costa Mesa, California. Experience at Orange Coast College and then the Northern Arizona League, as well as most recently, nearby California Collegiate League. How about that job of getting to the baseball? Deontay Jackson took a pitch on the outer half of the plate and pulled it into left field for a single. He has been ready for everything. 2 for 3 with a homer and a single here in the 6th.
Yeah, really great job there by Jackson, getting all the way out there. It reminds me of players who want to hit, who always want to hate to walk, kind of like a Tony Gwynn, can hit anything wherever it's pitched.
Great little pickoff move there by Welcher, nearly gets Jackson on the first pitch. Instead, Jackson back in safely. 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Blue Sox 6, Power 3. Power jumped out to a 3-0 lead, but 6 unanswered runs by the Blue Sox. First pitch to Demas, now a back pick to try to get Jackson. Jay's throw is late. So Jackson drawing plenty of attention over there at first. Wearing a bright red helmet, high socks up to his knees, and continues to extend that lead, really testing the limits as Welcher delivers home. Check swing, he went around, says the home plate umpire. 1-1 the count. Demas hitting in Akiba's spot for the 2nd time. Akiba struck out in his only plate appearance. Demas walked and now has a 1-1 count. Skies this one the other way in foul territory. Vincent gives chase but runs out of room. Action in the Power bullpen over there. Welcher trying to work around this 1-out single. Deontay Jackson adding to his great day. A few standout performances for the Blue Sox today. Have to point to Maldonado behind the plate, Jackson at the plate, and Reckers on the mound. A little bit of 3 elements, pitching, defense, and hitting. That'll take care of it. 1-2 count as everyone resets after the foul ball. Welcher facing Demas. Jackson over at first and another pickoff. This time Jackson in with plenty of time. And you can see it from here, Danny. The smile just radiating from first base. He is having a grand old time.
He's definitely the happiest player to be here. And, they're all happy to be here, but he shows it.
There he goes, swing and a miss at the plate, and Jackson takes second. Add a stolen base to the box score line for Deontay Jackson. Demas will head back to the dugout with the strikeout, but a runner in scoring position and 2 away for Vince Garcia.
That's why I think baseball, one of the many reasons I think baseball is the greatest game in the world, is because you got guys like Jackson who come out here just because they love the game and they just want to have fun and be aggressive and try hard.
Upstairs to Garcia, ball 1.
A lot of that is meeting new people too, meeting new teammates and sharing stories from each of your careers. It's by far the greatest game, in my opinion. That's why I'm here.
That's why we're all here. Welcher steps off with a 1-0 count, 2 away in the bottom of the 6th. Jackson at second. Blue Sox trying to add to their 6-3 lead. Chopper towards third. Tough play for Paulson, who picks it, throws it over to first, and gets the third out of the inning. Solid play at the hot corner by Jack Paulson sends us to the top of the 7th. Reminder, we only go to 7 in the California Winter League, so this could be it. Blue Sox 6, Power 3 as we head to the 7th.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Almost time for the top of the 7th inning, and we want to remind you on this beautiful Sunday afternoon that you have plenty of time to visit Palm Springs Stadium this winter, taking advantage of all our great promotions. How about Margarita Monday? That's tomorrow, brought to you by Luxury Pools Design and Construction with discounted ballpark margaritas. 2 for Tuesdays, 2 tickets for the price of 1, along with Locals Wednesdays for Coachella Valley residents and Out-of-Towner Thursdays for out-of-town U.S. residents. Both of those come with $5 admission. Come catch Winter League Baseball and cash in on great deals. Visit CaliforniaWinterLeague.com for more information and the stadium box office for tickets. Day 4, and it's so great to know that we have many, many more. We are here every day through Super Bowl Sunday. Then we have a few more days of regular season play before the playoffs start. But you want to make sure to get out to historic Palm Springs Stadium, former home of the Los Angeles Angels. Used to play spring training here in Southern California. As the first pitch from Wreckers is a strike, 0-1. Pinch hitter for the Power, Tung Kai Yang. And he has to try to do what no one else has done, and that is get on against Wreckers, and he is well behind that fastball, 0-2. Wreckers ahead 0-2. Can we get a 9th strikeout? Yes, we can get a 9th strikeout. Ring it up for out number 1 in the 7th.
Boy, you have to imagine Wreckers already is getting a lot of looks. And as the season progresses, he's gonna be up at the top, up near the top of that pitching leaderboard in the statistics.
Without a doubt, 9 strikeouts in 3 2/3, and he is not stopping anytime soon. First pitch strike to Chris Guzman, another pinch hitter for the Power. Casey Dill managing the Power today as Stan Clyburn takes a few days away from the field. So he is giving all his guys a chance, but right now, not much of a chance against Wreckers. 0-2 quickly to Guzman. Looking to get into double-digit Ks with this pitch right here. 0-2 ahead of Guzman with 1 out in the 7th. Sets his glove at the belt and fires. There it is. Strikeout number 10 on a 90-mile-per-hour fastball.
Sound like a broken record over there, Brian. In a good way.
It has truly been a masterful performance by David Wreckers. Roger Motley got the start for the Blue Sox, had a rocky first inning, but rebounded enough to set the ship back in motion. And that breaking ball loops in there for a strike. 0-1 to Chernesky. Those 3 runs by the Power in the first seemed like a lifetime ago. 6 unanswered runs by the Blue Sox since, and they are 1 out away from their first victory of the year. A fastball on the corner makes it 0-2, 91 again. Filling up the strike zone is David Wreckers. A machine today, ahead 0-2, and another 11 strikeouts for David Wreckers. And you can wrap up a Washington Blue Sox victory. They defeat the previously undefeated Palm Springs Power and get their first win of the year. What an afternoon of baseball it has been here in Palm Springs, California. A 1-0 BC Bombers victory in Game 1 and a 6-3 Washington Blue Sox victory in Game 2. A lot of action early on, those 3 runs by the Power in the first, but the Blue Sox responded with 2 in the first, 3 in the second, and 1 in the fourth. Deontay Jackson homers Lara, a 2 RBI double. Maldonado shines in the field, and David Wreckers sparkles on the mound. Just so much we could say, but any final thoughts from you, Danny?
Well, it was a great day for baseball, as it always is here in Palm Springs, but this game today, the second game of the day at the stadium, I mean, just a lot of action everywhere on the field, a lot of random things that you wouldn't see in a baseball game, a lot of weird hops, and a lot of good pitching, obviously, from Wreckers. So, excited to see what the rest of the Blue Sox season's going to look like after they kind of got that monkey off their back today with the limited hits and no runs and things like that. So, I'm excited.
Good news for us is we won't have to wait very long to see what the Blue Sox are up to, because they are back here at Palm Springs Stadium tomorrow at 10 in the morning. They face the Canada A's. Then at 12:30, the Palm Springs Chill take on MLB DC China. We'll have both of those games on this same YouTube channel, so don't miss a second of the California Winter League action. For Danny Maha, I'm Brian Yanselson. Have a spectacular Sunday afternoon.